And looks like we are off, and 10 hours in Link's house. I don't know what's going on with Glan's side. And we got bombers on Hylia Island. We can actually get that right now. Looks like Hacksaww actually wants to get that right now. It's an item that is not necessarily required. And it looks like he did slightly mess up, so he has to try again. Glan is actually running and on his stream, so just speaking that is a bit hang up here. I'm sure we can figure that out in just a moment. So yeah, Glan is not done yet. That's not him actually being done. That's old screen that is stuck, and he actually did start with some Kakariko shakes, and actually just found the hammer. Meanwhile, Hacksaww did find another unique item, the single arrow. And here we have a map check. Green pendant at Terra and blue pendant at Desert, normal crystal at Eastern. Yeah, Kirito gonna check out what's on Lumberjack. It's a sword, so most likely we won't need that. And I'm right now actually joined by Shiko, having me out on the comms. So hello there.
Hello. How's this run going so far?
Yeah, pretty nice. We are a bit stuck on the Glan stream, but Hacksaww is right now a bit finding something. We had the foremost medallion on Hylia Island, and of course it glitched to get that.
Oh, hammer, that's very nice at the start.
So yeah, pretty much anything that Hacksaww finds now already got found by Glan on their side. We just don't see it because he actually started out with Sanctuary and gone for Kek.
Lots of items there.
And at least we have a new image on Glan's side. That's promising.
Is to use activating the flute. Or
Yeah. And there we have a moving image. That's promising. That's really good. And yeah. Hey, we got flippers. Flippers are good. I hope.
it makes the Zora's domain checks a lot nicer when you don't have to do the glitches.
Yeah. It kind of makes it slower, kind of makes it nicer because you can do it in one go now. But and not being able to do the water glitch clip onto the ledge is, of course, not very fast. You have to actually swim around.
Yeah, but the consistency is nice.
And Hacksaww finds a hook shot in the tavern, so nice to have. And of course, gonna pick up their flippers. And I saw something about a unique item on Glan's side with a hint. Didn't catch it in time though.
It said it was in the Lost Woods, so I'm guessing it meant the hammer, and hopefully not something
Yeah.
on the pedestal.
Yeah, that's definitely a lot nicer if it would be the hammer. We know it can't be a unique the single arrow that would it point to on the pedestal, so it would be an actual item on there.
On pretty close party at this point, other than the medallion.
Yeah, Glan having the flute activated. I think Hacksaww did skip the flute activation. Gonna save a few seconds here and there, especially going through the overworld during the Lightbird section of the game. Once we do find the Moonpower and the mirror, that time save gonna decrease a lot because we can then start to combine checks from light and darkwood together, and then you don't want to necessarily flute around everywhere. And yeah, as far as I know, Glen is undefeated.
A lot of pendants in the light world.
Yeah. If now Ice Palace is also a pendant and we get the mids, we could look at the pedestal that I hope we completely ignore.
Hacksaww trying to do the hook shot, the hook speed to get up there.
Yeah. The first time he shot the hook shot, he was standing so close to the wall that he just couldn't start a dash and just started grabbing the wall. And I'm still just liking that everyone jumps off the ledge. Why are you doing this? You can just slip over.
You can just clip into the wall there and get back up.
Yeah, and you can keep reminding everyone, and everyone forgets about it. And Glen, interesting way to route towards how's it called, the dam area.
Yeah, that's an interesting way to get down there with a clip.
Misses the hookshot, so he is gonna just open just put the lever on the first route and go for the chest on the second run through. Hey, a bottle.
Good for a check and some glitches.
Yeah.
Not getting a spin speed there.
Yeah, it's a nice little spin speed that you can do there. Hacksaww getting the hookshot clip.
Not going to be seeing what is on Sitkuru with that bottle for a while until it's better to route in.
Well, if you find the glove and the pearl, I could see Glan actually going for that area with his flute already activated.
Yeah, get it on the way to the Kakariko Warp.
And
Oh,
hey,
that's very nice.
oh, that means we can get our first crystal now. Completely out of logic. And Glan remembers, here's the flute.
Going for the water walk to get to the warp quicker.
Yeah, we do have the flipper, so this water walk won't let us sequence break anything. We can just swim anyway. And this boots water walk is actually not in logic. Even though it's completely easy to do and actually a minor glitch, it's one of the few minor glitches that we found since we last done the last major overhaul of the logic in Overworld glitches.
And going the slow way back. No way to get a water walk on the way back, unfortunately.
Well, you technically could swim over there, but then you kinda have to swim there at first. By the way, you could also just keep hover away for later and do it from Link's house with having the flippers already. There's actually a clip that is, especially with flippers, really quick.
Oh yeah, there's that clip that's like the Lake Hylia one.
Yeah, you can kinda just also clip through the rail next to the bridge, and that would allow you to check that a bit earlier. And Glenn, you got 50 rupees on the ledge, and yeah.
Almost quit out because he didn't have enough money for the zone and then realized he had the money right there.
Yeah, might be almost worth to check out stun price or something along the way in case you get big 20 that stun price. But that would mean that you would have to change his weapon because he doesn't have the sword yet. When we're talking about the sword, there was actually one sword already found. It's on Lumberjack. So probably not gonna see that one. Except, of course, two swords are on, like, the tablets, which would be funny.
And Hacksaww having to go around for the 52.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's at least nice that there is that 50 rupees.
Yeah, it's he's just barely with above 450. And thankfully it isn't the usual life lesson.
Yeah, having some nice stuff from Zora being a border already pretty filled, I think, was it?
Yeah, blue potion.
Yeah. And well, Glan could have technically also second quit from Hobo and then done Lake Hylia into Zora. And Hacksaww now exiting Zora's domain is going for a pretty uncommon Desmond ascent. One bump up, I think. Not sure. Okay, he's gonna do an upward teleport here and do some weird movements. And that gets him onto the sledge here. And he uses the transition, and he was actually still fine. He just needs to know, hey, how's the collision there? There is different that mountain ascent from that that would get him onto the that would get him straight to the Paradox Cave entrances, but yeah.
Glan, thankfully not fire locked in Tower of Hera, so you can go a bit deeper and get some more hints and items.
Hacksaww, you still have the flute, you could activate it. That would actually be faster but at this point still than doing a Death Mountain Ascent. Because, well, even though it's not faster for this moment, it's faster in the long run because you will, in the end, do a few flute uses throughout the seed. It's just, if you actually don't have any time saved from it or anything that you would do in case it's instead of activating the flute, then it's time loss.
Glan wants those red hearts, seems like. Oh, healed up.
Hey,
oh,
love.
That's good. Yeah, he'll definitely need them up there.
And Glan, you were on hookshot. Why? You can just hookshot the chest.
Yeah, but the switch on the way back means you have to.
Well, you can just bonk back.
Yeah, that's good to know.
Also, Glan, you may want to get hearts.
He's very confident. Oh.
And confidence beaten.
Yeah. Passing up the safety did not pay off.
He even already had the switch hit, so it would not have been like any time waste or anything.
Yeah. Hacksaww coming up close behind him now because of that.
Kane and Skullwoods, that sounds nice. Or bad based on if it's like the vulnerable key chest.
Oh, too high.
So, Glan right now trying to lose time compared to Hacksaww and losing the race to beat Modom. And Big Red Bomb is also useless.
Yeah. Well, the big red bomb is usually useless in overworld glitches.
I had a few seats where there was like actually important stuff in there.
Oh, the pyramid for itself can have stuff, but the big red bomb you don't use unless the mirror's locked in there.
Yeah. Imagine having the mirror locked in there just to find the ice road on pedestal later on.
Oh,
With pen and swamp.
oh, that's mean.
Hey, we found our first sword that we can actually get. And Glan kinda ran past it. Goes for a quick little bomb clip. In order to get back up there, I probably would have just gone do a hero clip after checking out anything after the bottom, but this works. And Hacksaww doing the same, jumping off the mountain without checking Spectacle Rock first.
Oh,
And Glan right now gonna run over here, and
ooh.
find the fire rod.
Oh, that's a very nice way.
Yeah.
I got into bounds very nicely.
Yeah, you can get back in there with a dash on those corners if you know the position for it. It's relatively precise, but it's like 2 pixels in width and 4 pixels it's in height, and then some more pixels a bit weird that work, so it's not too hard to get the position for it.
Yeah, I definitely need to get better at that myself. I'm pretty sloppy when it comes to doing that, getting into the floating island. And that nice little spin speed clip there.
Okay, so half magic in Spectacle Rock landed, puts it off. Also, Springboard behind at least sanctioned. We gonna instantly check that.
One medallion.
Few heart pieces so far. And rupees, arrows, rupees. Very good case.
The medallion could possibly prove necessary.
Yeah, there's pretty much only the Maya medallion required. The Toys Rock medallion can be useful in certain situations, but you don't necessarily need it. And Glenn gonna use the bow and go for Eastern Palace now, and gonna do a nice little clip here. He's going jump off the bottom of the screen and goes straight into Eastern, similar to the hero clip.
That's always nice to see.
Yeah, that clip is actually in our dungeons and pretty much most glitch categories done because it saves 6 seconds coming from Link's house, and since he came from the sweet spot, it saved a lot more time.
Oh, definitely.
And Hacksaww seems to have a bit more problems with this clip.
He's doing the wiggle.
Nah, he tries to get the dash. At least sometimes he tries to get the dash.
Oh,
and gets it. and gets out of that little corner there on Hacksaw's side. Also, by the way, one thing that Glan did not check that is actually in logic right now is Super Bunny Cave. We can do Super Bunny in the cave, and since it's a minor glitch, it's in logic.
Yeah, could hammer from on top of Light World, throw a rock, and then just walk there.
Yeah, Hacksaww also doesn't think about it. It's a pretty obscure thing, and at the same time also a pretty slow thing, but you know, there could be omits for Pendant Ice Palace. For that moon pearl on pedestal.
No, I'd love to see a room pearl on pedestal.
To be honest, if our runners would know about moon pearl being on pedestal, they would have a bunch of options to avoid it. So, if they know about it and they find, especially with the bottle already obtained, they can avoid it. Yeah, they could just go ahead and never pick it up.
It means more glitches for us to see in that case, though. So it's a win-win.
And Glan gonna go for bottom right threads for hours. Similar to he's pretty much doing the exact same as you do for ice armors. I think it's easier, supposedly, but slightly slower than the standard armors fights that you usually see. And then with the green pendant already obtained from Moldom, we'll be able to check out what Sashra has, and it's a shield.
Completely useless.
And by the way, our hint in Eastern Palace being some cache in Hive Cave, extremely saying hint. I know that I will now never have to check that place ever.
Going for the set cage check.
Yeah. And I guess next up is the powder fairy. Not fairy. Glan, you got the you got the hammer.
Just showing off.
This is slower than going for the hammer.
He cares about the audience, though. He knows what they want to see.
Nah. And hey, it's a mirror.
That's a big one.
It means we kinda now have the option for a bunch of more spots for our moon pearl. I'm guessing that Glan is now going for Pyramid Fairy and combines that with the Hyrule Castle Shack. Or make me a liar and he goes for a certain screen wrap transition that will allow him to Desmond descent in a pretty quick way. He used the mirror in order to make that transition work somewhat normally, He still has to reset his camera, similar to when he entered Utman. Otherwise, he would actually hardlock on transitioning up or down.
That's an interesting choice.
Chat saying Trump is an option, and they are kinda right. And Glan, not one frame.
I was thinking about it.
He could get that without one framing by using the mirror to clip into the ledge.
Going for the dungeon revival in Swampwood, Skullwoods.
Yeah. Yeah. Entering into an entrance where there are like no enemies that can damage him. Like really, speed it's only doing one heart. Gets a bit bonked around, and Hacksaww gonna check out the back of his cave. And we get the lamp. So I guess we go for the dark room now.
Got the keys, got the lamp.
And I think Grave Village has not been checked yet.
I haven't seen either of them do it.
We didn't saw the beginning on Glan's side, so he might have done it early, but I don't think so. Oh hey, that red boomerang, that was extremely important that the lamp pointed us there. Hacksaww, are you... oh, right, Hacksaww doesn't have the mirror yet, so... bad. But yeah, he is doing the correct thing, checking escape. A lot of items in here, and it's easy to forget.
And not sure what use Glenn has for that second key.
He has a fire rod, and he wants to skip out on killing the mummy.
Oh, yeah, that'd be good. Gibdos are annoying.
Then you might maybe just take a dash roll there or not, or... okay. Oh. This is not scary, only half the enemies in this area do 2 hearts of damage, the other only 1.
Going for that key anyway.
Yeah, don't know, but I do the same myself. Often I plan ahead, want to do like the intelligent things of skipping out on the mummy key and then get the mummy key anyway.
And he's not risking it, he's just using his blue potion when he got down to 2 hearts. A little bit of trouble hammering Mothula.
Yeah, hammer Mothula isn't really easy. It doesn't help that the hammer has a really weird hitbox. Mothula has a really weird hitbox being in there, and the spike cancelling the damage. It's an interesting fight.
I personally probably would have used the fire rod since after you used the blue potion.
And Hacksaww finds Silvers. Nice. Probably not the thing he was hoping for. I guess his next check is now the magic bag. Don't think he has anything else left other than beating Agnum for that Master Sword, but that wouldn't unlock anything. And while he's here, quickly ignoring the duck again. And Hacksaww already checked that cross. It was the red boomerang.
Yeah.
And Hacksaww going for speed, just hammering that pack, and yeah. And Glan right now is in fake Darkwood. He will for now just go over here. This will allow him to check this chest and mirror out, and once he's out he will actually mirror again.
Yeah, and I'll take him from the fake Dark World to the real Dark World.
Don't make me a liar. Okay. Okay, he keeps his Lightward state, but loses his Darkwood state, but loses his Link state. If he would have transitioned without that mirror, he would have transitioned to a Lightward screen.
Techno was in the fake Dark World, which lets him be a Link without the Pearl.
Also, Glenn, please learn Super Bunny setup where you walk into the door sideways and get it then first right, not having to enter and exit.
Hacksaww going for Pyramid Fairy, maybe?
Glenn, what are you doing? What are you planning? Are you planning to do the mirror jump? Glenn? Oh, he's going to do the mirror wrap. Okay, Glenn wants to hit the transition on the same frame as using the mirror, and that's going to let him get over here. He now has to, he's now gonna quickly reset his camera by going out of the Sacred Grove, which he's in. He wants his camera to be decently normal before he gets before he gets to talk with Stumpy. Otherwise, he might have some problems. And we do have Pendant Swamp, so what is like the graveyard permanent ledge the last thing that we have in Logic? No, we have still Tadrock, but here is our Moon Pearl.
Ooh, there it is. Pearl and Pyramid. Everyone's favorite.
Classic. And sorry chat, we kinda didn't got ourselves the entire experience with having Overworld glitches. We kinda didn't have to beat Aghanim. Okay, Glenn, I think he is now going for just Ding game. And 5-6 crystals is third rock, the second one. I don't know where the first one is. I guess go woods. Yeah. Go woods according to the tracker. Misery Maya. Okay, Misery Maya. Okay, I kinda missed that.
There's that lovely glitched mire effect. Everyone loves that. And he can go in. He's going to.
That's definitely an interesting decision on Glan's side. They're going for some low or dungeon strategies of Glan. Did Glan skip out on digging game before doing this? Because he now just lost his link state.
Yep.
And Hacksaww gonna go for Hacksaww. What was that? So we have two completely separate dungeons going on at the same time. And yeah, Glan is kinda in logic. We know where the pearl is, so far as it's in logic, but for him it's out of logic because he still hasn't gotten the pearl of the pyramid. Meanwhile, Hacksaww is completely in logic, is in a completely completable crystal Palace of Darkness.
Realizing he needed to go back that way. Bomb jump time. Got the big key. Surprised he's using the start menu for this instead of select.
Well, buffering with the select menu, many have more problems with that than with the start menu. And now he says, okay, I wasted enough time on this. Okay, Glan now gonna go out of logic. Why out of logic? By doing dark rooms. Dark rooms not in logic for overt glitches, as they are not glitches.
And doing Misery Mire dark rooms of all things. It's always fun.
And Glan has not that many by the way, Glan has not that many options for fighting witches. He doesn't have all the arrows that you would need for a good fight. He also kinda has no cape, so he can do spin strats. He has 9 bombs, which will help him. And hey, there's a shovel in Palace of Darkness.
And of course he's still only got the fighter's sword, which is going to make for a lot of fun spinning.
And for a question in chat is about the timers, and we pretty much just capture the timer that whatever runner uses off their stream. They aren't required to use any timer at all, but it's most runners do have a timer that they like to use and have on the stream to just show progression of the seed in general, but no requirement, and we won't force anything on them. Glenn, I'm sure that you know exactly what you're doing, but that's dangerous, like extremely dangerous.
Yeah, using invincibility frames from damage to get in a lot of hits on the early spins. If he gets hit by anything now, though, he's pretty dead.
Well, he could still run once into the goo, but he would have to be out there before he would be able to do any spinning or anything. And he should, in my opinion, have started with warm strats before going for the spin strats. Just because bombs do a lot of damage on a lot of ice. And that would have allowed him to stay a bit longer on higher health, allowing him for riskier strats once they are low. And just one eye left, and afterwards he has to get the 5 arrows that he has, and either, I think, three hammers, maybe, or a bunch of fighter spins.
Looks like he's doing a bit of
And he just gonna do this hammer and combines it with fighter, and yeah, this is why you don't want to do fighter strat with trios.
Yeah, that was really impressive, though.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Hacksaww finds a book, so now beating Aghanim would actually lead to progression. So Shred, who wants to see like what can we put on there? How about Ice Rod and Mushroom on the tablets with boost leading to a fighter spot? And the red cane was in Skull Woods.
Yeah, he actually got a hint for that earlier, which is probably why he went there.
So yeah, Hacksaww not activating the flute is losing him kinda right now less time than Glan trying to avoid the pearl at all costs.
Yeah, he's been running around flute spots enough at this point that just having the flute would have been a better choice.
And the pearl was on the pyramid ledge, so yeah. Glan, why are you not setting up pyramid ferry? I think he realized. Thanks for listening to me. And Aghanim is Lumberjack has a fighter as one of our 4 swords, so if our other 2 swords are on the tablets, Aghanim required.
That would be an extremely funny way for Aghanim to be required. Just fluting to fix his camera so he can get to the portal.
Yeah, it's quicker than most ways for getting to pyramid.
I don't think forgetting the ledge at this point is very likely.
Yeah, Glan knows his glitches and he knows that getting the ledge at him doesn't take too long. And hey, there it is, Glan is happy. And now we see Hacksaww fighting the moss.
Taking the fire rod approach.
Definitely a better approach than trying to loot fighter only. Also, chat, get you ice rod on pedestal hive up. Hacksaww has book and mirror, so he can check it. And by the way, all pendant dungeons are already in logic. We can beat Swamp Palace with our flippers, hookshot, hammer, and mirror. We have the hammer, lamp, and bow for pot, and Desert Palace is only required fire rod, and well, that's already doing it.
Yeah, some very good omens.
Okay, ice rod on pedestal, ice rod on pedestal, ice rod on pedestal. And just bombs.
3 bombs. Finally getting those silvers. Gonna go for those dark rooms.
Yeah, he gonna find the red boomerang, then go for the back and find out, hey, I could have done that with light.
Hacksaww doing the completely unnecessary hover there.
Hey, that hover saves the menu.
Yep. And did it decently fast.
And yes, chat note there, we do not have the bugnet on the tracker. The reason for that is we needed a spot for Agnum 2 on the tracker. I suggested that we remove the flute, but the flute is kinda a helpful thing. Also, hey, it's worth. So yeah, Agnum does.
Yep. Yeah, removing the shield would be a good option.
And Hacksaww going for the completely intended red for Graveyard Ledge and Kingstone.
Not a bad choice if you're in the area and you've got the items necessary.
Yeah, it's faster than ditching here, especially since you only have to do one trip for this. And Glan now gonna go get his Master Sword from the Bumper Ledge. And hey, we got the Tempered Sword.
Nice.
So we have all swords found, and the Golden Sword will not be gotten today. Unless someone... Oh my god! Glan is going for it. Glan gonna dupe this Master Sword a few times and grab himself a gold sword from here. Do we have another bottle? What? Okay, so the game that if you do a YBA, drinking a potion on the same frame as hitting a screen transition, the game screws up some data, and if you then collect the item from the bumper ledge, there, it actually writes that to the game's code that, hey, you got the item on the screen above on the Darkwood Lumberjack screen. Yeah, no item is, but there's still this value. So once you come back to the bumper ledge screen, hey, that item is back.
So it's basically the same as the Underworld door glitch data swapping, but with checks instead of chests.
Yeah, on the Overworld there's only always one item, but in the end it's similar, but on the Underworld it's a lot more powerful because the game also stores where you screen transition everything there, which we can copy on the Overworld with like that. The transition on the Overworld work different. Also, you chat asking if you can get something more than gold from that, and no. Your sword will be kept at gold sword, and I'm not sure if it's actually turning it now to green 20 or if it just shows another gold sword on the ledge that you just cannot pick up.
I would assume it's a green 20 because that's how it works in modes with lower caps.
Yeah, I'm just not sure because we have the normal cap and the game doesn't expect you to have a gold sword and then another progressive sword, but would make sense.
Well, Customizer lets you put in more than 4 swords already, and
Yeah.
I think easy mode actually already has more than 4.
Alright, yeah. So probably just swap it to green 20.
Nope. There goes the hope of ice rod in weird places.
Yeah. Can we put that one back and then throw it into Turtle Rock?
Yeah, that's a lot more fun.
So, are we in go mode? I think we're in go mode.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, okay. Welcome in go mode at just 58 minutes in.
Yeah, that's a hell of a thing.
Well, we don't care for Turtle Rock Medallion. We can just clip in there. So, yeah. We are in full-on go mode. Just depends if our runners actually realize.
You'd want to clip to the middle instead of laser bridge first because you need to find the big key.
There's actually two ways of thinking it. If you want, you either want to open the front if the big key is in the front view chest change knob, or open the come from laser bridge if it's in the vanilla big key spot. And afterwards, either way, get to laser bridge straight up, and yeah. And yes, we can get into Ice Palace. We got the mirror for that, and we can get it lit in there. And Hacksaww opens one more chest and gets the blue map, which is a nice addition.
Logic would require you to have mitts, but all the people running this will probably know at least one of the various ways to clip into it without mitts.
Yeah, we have 4 ways to get in there without mitts based on what items you have. If you have mirror, there's a mirror up. If you have a border, there's a YBA. If you have flippers, there's a screen ramp. And if you have none of that all, there's a 2-minute transition that you can take. Might still be faster than checking the entirety of Glan's tower for mids and not finding it. And yes, both of them are in Go mode. And the difference between them is Glan has Maya done already, and Hacksaww has Pulse of Darkness done. Hacksaww might not realize it yet, because that Go mode kinda came a bit unexpected. We will see if he's not going for a race game, not going for the game, otherwise he would think he's not in Go mode. So he knows. And I would hope he knows how. Oh, he wanted to find out if Maya is Quake. He didn't know that part.
Yeah, it's first time in the Maya area.
Also, Hacksaw's Maya, at least the Virtuous Fight part of that, is going to be a lot faster than Glan's.
Oh yeah, Silver's making a joke compared to Fighter Sword Vitreous.
Yeah, but also having the lamp and the tempered sword, so even if he wouldn't have the silvers, really nice done Maya 2 room from Hacksaww there.
Yep.
And the lamp was in back of escape.
Which Glan didn't do because he didn't have the small key in the front of escape.
Yeah, he didn't come from the back, he straight up came from the front, and after coming through from Permatory, and yeah. Also Hacksaww missing the tower is gonna go around quickly, but not gonna waste too much time there. Also, Glan finally out of that annoyingly 5 hours too long wall cuts.
And thankfully these few dark rooms he has to do on the way to Helmasaur are much nicer than the Misery Mire dark rooms.
Also, Shed pointing out, hey, Glan has the flute activated. The thing is, with the 7 crits that that Hacksaww can do, that's not gonna be any difference. Glan gonna save like 2 seconds on the transition for going for Ice Palace, which he probably will still 7 crit before. And he will save about 2 seconds going for GT and 2 seconds before going for Third Rock. But the flute overall doesn't make much difference when activated with Ice Palace and Third Rock being dungeons that you need to clear. For Palace of Darkness or Eastern Palace it would make a difference. For Desert it makes a difference. For Seastone it makes a difference if you have normal Dark Void access, and otherwise it doesn't make a difference. And Hacksaww being a bit too slow there gets hit by the lasers. Okay, now Glan is out of his 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th crystal dungeon first, going for Turtle Rock now, which going to allow him to go straight for Laser Bridge, I guess, probably. And Hacksaww decides to go for Ice Palace first, so We won't really know how far the two are apart until boosts are done. Also, hey, we kinda can do the big key guessing game.
Yep, he's going for the mirror up.
Not going for the free lineup. If you transition high enough, you can do a jump to the left and then directly at the transition. Also, hey, we found Lisa. Glenn, you oh, you okay, buddy? You only can find one small key on the laser bridge. So yeah, Hacksaww gonna do go mode as price, which is a fast clear. We kinda don't know, need to search for the big keys, so he's probably faster done than Glan based on big key position for Touch Rock.
Yeah, his palace is definitely a lot nicer to do and go.
Yeah, it's like the slow, one of the slowest dungeons if you have to clear everything, and like the fastest dungeon if you are in go mode. Except for like certain key layouts in some dungeons, or going straight for a boss in Skywoods or something like that.
I see the big key for Trinex.
Yeah, some intelligent people said, hey, let's put a big key door in front of Trinex's room, after requiring the big key to actually get into the room with the big key door, which is intelligent. Also, at the point where Glan is right now, opening the front would have been the faster play. It would also allow him to go straight to GT afterwards. Not as much, not really important, but it's a thing.
No, gets it all the way at the top, of course. Nice king strats on the crystal room.
And Hacksaww is done with Ice Palace, so if Hacksaww is opening the front of Touch Rock, that's a big time save for him. Meanwhile, Glan in Ice Palace can't save too much time since that Ice Palace was pretty good.
Let's see which entrance he goes for.
If I would give it a guess, I would guess for doing the same mirror up thing. I hope Hacksaww only checks for the one small key on the later bridge and afterwards just ignores the other chests. That's a good time save. Yes, Glan, please save and quit.
Yeah, he's bombing into the transition for the mirror up.
Yeah, that's also a nice little thing that you can do. And okay.
Almost got himself stuck.
Yeah, you can get stuck there if you do bad inputs. If you do transition without getting the transition thing, do the same inputs as if you would just go for the mirror and your transition back.
And now he gets to pretty much do a full clear before he'll find that big key.
Okay, he ignores the chest, so that's interesting. I can't remember the key layout too much. I think there was a small key in the vanilla big chest, big key chest.
Yeah, I think there's one key here. Nope, bombs.
Yeah, I think the big chest, the key was in the next chest. So yeah, after Hacksaww is done with Turtle Rock, he will have to still go for. Oh my God, Glan!
Oh, he missed the double.
He not only missed the double, he missed the guy standing up.
That's pretty bad.
And now Glan gonna go for some stack buffering to get this positioning and gets it. Nice.
Hacksaww gonna save a bit of time on the laser bridge because he'll already have the big key and he won't bother searching for anything else once he got the small.
Well, the thing is, he checks for the right side first now because the thing is he has not found enough small keys to get to try next. So his thinking is, let's check this side. If I get the big key, I have a chance for getting the small key as well. Well, he will have a small key, so that's at least something. But yeah, at this point, Glan is definitely in the lead. So, as long Glan's code step fight is quite good, he is in the lead.
And that's a very good cold stare. Oh, Hacksaww, no.
No, Hacksaww took the death swap there because he was low on health.
Oh, he already got the big key?
Yeah, he got the big key. He just took the death swap to get back to laser bridge instead of the mirror.
Yeah, my bad then. That's a good choice.
And looks like he has a bit of a problem with getting this the Mario block to work out. So even more time waste that Glan can work out on. And also, guys, quickly, number. We don't have too much time. Actually, a big key guessing game in Overworld glitches. We are almost inside Glan's tower already. Gonna give you the time until he's going downstairs on either side.
I guess 13.
And I'm gonna guess 5. Hey mates, we kinda don't need them. And that's number 3. And Hacksaww is right behind him, finishing up Todd Rock. And my number 5 guess is out. Number 6 for the cape, and what's in number 7? Just a small key. Save and quit is faster. The crystal cutscene is really long.
Oh, he's going for the cutscene.
Yeah, I think it's even faster to save and quit and clip than running over and clipping. And now Hacksaww is also in GG's. If he goes for the right side play, he might be ahead. It all depends, and he goes for right side, so this might be a really close race, depending on where the big key ends up. And also we will go with whatever chest Glan finds it in.
And my 13 is dead.
There's the Batman on the right side.
Oh, it's in the big key room.
Yeah, it's either on Bob or Vanilla. No, Hacksaww. If you would have gone full right, that would have actually saved time.
Yeah.
So at this point, we kind of need something really bad to happen to Glan in the gauntlet to make this even for Hacksaww. Oh, we also have Tyrone left, of course. Hacksaww could gamble Tyrone, and if that's it. And that is number 20. That is number 20, right? No, Ben didn't do the right side.
Yeah, that would be like...
2, 3, 7, 13.
17? Or 16?
I think it's 16.
Yeah, 16.
And the closest to catch from a supporter was 1. Wow. Ow. Ow.
It only counts subs and cheers. So.
It only counts subs and cheers of at least 250 bits, so yeah.
Yeah.
We should have probably mentioned that, but at the same time... Nice! I guess with some crowd control races would count, so they are kinda not the same, and maybe, probably. But yeah, I actually just now getting into the finishing the it's almost 5 minute Glan already through West Ropes Run.
Well, I guess the best thing that could happen for a Hacksaww now is Glan going too fast and despawning all the sprites.
The best thing that was probably could happen for Hacksaww is like Glenn actually taking a death to Modern because he gets destroyed 50 times. That is like nothing that we're gonna probably see. Glenn knows how to avoid the Glen Saudi spawn. And almost running out of magic. That would have also been an extremely good thing for Hacksaww. Glenn running out of magic.
Yeah.
Glenn, I don't think has a blue potion left.
Trying to be really fancy with that upper right torch there.
Yeah, if you go for it only once and not like 50 times. You just waste too much magic. And land not hovering, just gonna use Oak Shot normally intended. Nothing special way.
And getting the rupees.
And no, Glan does not get Quadrant Bridge. Glan knows how to avoid all those weird things that you may have heard of, because he actually plays modes and that those are required, so he knows how to activate them and can also, of course, make sure to not activate them.
Oh, triple.
Oh
that's very good.
Yeah. Double triple from Glan.
Yeah, that's pretty ridiculous. And getting the bonk into the duck. So now can we follow up the Aghanim 2 triples with Ganon triple?
Yeah, without the gold switch you cannot go for the quads. We need the gold sword to be able to poke and to not get knocked back too much to get the quad. Unless you Tess, I guess. Tess could probably do it. And yes, we did find the silvers in Zelda's cell, so here, have them back. And there's a nice triple lineup, and he didn't get it. Goes for a double here and gets it. Ooh. Going for that nice little dash there. That bow dash there. He will be able to do something weird now. Bouncing back. Get your GGs into the chat. Glan finishing in the first place with a time of 1 hour 25 minutes and 11 seconds. GGs.
GG. That was a hell of a run. Hacksaww not far behind.
Yeah, let's get Hacksaww finishing and then let's check if you can bet both of them together for an interview.
Some nice spins on Hacksaw's part.
Yeah, Hacksaww has a bit problems with getting Glan right now. Also, Hacksaww upwards. Yep, nice. Okay, he got it. And uses the Cane of Burner, which is nice. Gonna save him some headache of how to get out of the fire circle. Hacksaww gets a bit annoyed by all the teleports, but at the same time, that's fine. Yeah. You know, Glan, about the survivors, you want them back?
Oh, just barely missing. So.
And there we go. Hacksaww now finishing, just needs to cross that bridge and finishes up, just barely behind Glan. And yeah, Glan finishes in second place with a time of 1 hour 27 minutes and 42 seconds.
GG Hacksaww.
Let's see if we can get both of them into the voice for an interview. And they are both in the waiting room, so let's pull them in. And we are now joined by Hacksaww and Glan, finishing this race with some really close things. GG's to you two.
Thank you.
Congrats on the good race.
Yeah, GG Glan. That was a good race.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys wanna know how close you guys were when you entered Go mode?
How close?
Well, for Hacksaww it was a bit different, but pretty much the last item that you guys needed was the ice rod for both of you, and Hacksaww picked it up like 10 seconds behind Glan. Hacksaww wasn't to the Maya area yet, so he didn't know about the medallion. So he checked a few more items on the way, but that was pretty much the last item that he needed. He found the blue mail, meanwhile, in the big chest of Seastone, which was safety at least.
Yeah, I kind of wish I had checked that, but...
you at least had tempered sword from the bumper ledge because you duped that. Hacksaww, in the meantime, found the last sword at King's Doom.
Okay. Yeah.
And yeah, by the way, Glenn, why did you check anything but the first chest with the small key on the laser bridge?
There could be more keys, maybe?
No,
Or
there's
maybe-
only one key that can be maximum on the laser bridge.
Whatever. I can't keep track of all this.
Yeah, and
Maybe I
kinda
find Blue Moon or
Hacksaww.
something? I don't know. Or the lamp.
Yeah. Well, Lamb was in Back of Escape, Bloom, and the second mail upgrade was against our right side.
Actually, I was kind of looking for the mitts because it would make getting into ice a little faster, I guess.
Yeah, we found them, I guess.
Eventually.
A bit
Also-
late.
Yeah, they were in the Hope Room in Gannis Tower.
Yeah, Glenn also picked them up. Also, Hacksaww, what kinda did lost you the race here was you're not checking the first chest on the laser bridge for that small key, making you go for the fire outside in Turtle Rock to get another small key, and then not committing to the right side play, which would have gotten you to almost quicker than going through left side overall.
Yeah, I mean, there are quite a few things I could have done different to go a little faster this seat, but yeah, I don't feel like I made any terrible decisions. It just didn't work out this time. The whole not checking for the key thing, like, I knew it was a fast seat, and I knew Glan's an awesome runner, so I got to take some gambles.
Yeah, that game kind of lost you sometimes there, and probably a good chunk of that was part why you lost the race, and the other good part was pretty much you were against our routing, then just checked open one gun for the left and you gun for right, and then mirrored out, which kinda was the worst route you could take.
Yeah, that was the worst route I could have taken. If I committed to right side, then it would have been a lot different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't check right side, just the first two.
By the way, Glan, 133 collection rate, extremely low.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
By the way, did you realize that you had to do Fighter's Road, which was when you committed to going there, or did you thought,
Yeah.
oh, it's gonna be quick, and oh no?
Well, I knew I would have fighter sword. I didn't realize that I only had 5 arrows until the big key door, like, to go to the basement. And I was like, it's kind of late to backtrack out of that.
Yeah, you
So I just
probably would have been best to start out with bombs on that fight if you
Yeah.
only have Fighter's Road.
Mhm.
Get a lot of damage on it, then do damage boost strats
Yeah.
if you have the heart still.
Yeah, I kind of botched the fight a little bit, but
Yeah, definitely something that lost you some time.
mhm.
Also, overall, kind of trying to avoid the moon pearl, I guess.
Yeah, I just felt like doing something different.
Well, it let me explain some nice stuff, but would have probably been better to go straight for permanent fairy visit mirror just in
Probably.
case, and also check out the escape that you didn't do at that point. I still found the mirror after escape, and yeah, would have overall saved a few moments.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, GG's to you. Anything else that you want to say about the seed?
Yeah, it was nice to get a fast one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely nice to have one of the faster seeds in the tournament. After all, like we had a few fast seeds, and then we had those ice rods and bow hunts and hookshot hunts, and please stop.
Yeah, most of my seats I had were pretty bad. I had another one that was like a 127, I think.
Yeah. And Hacksaww 7 more shakes. It's pretty much 4 shakes out of Glan's tower and a few overall that yet different. But yeah.
Yeah, that and the back of escape.
Yeah, back of escape as well, having that one. Overall, definitely a quick state for both of you. Whose plays being 130. So Twitch chat, if you liked what you saw, give them follow. They definitely deserve it. They did an awesome job, pretty much demolishing the seed and showing that you can actually go fast in Zeus. Right, once you get the glitches going, you don't have to search for that last item until 1 hour 50. But yeah, looking at the schedule overall, that's what's still going on. On SpeedGaming 5, we got the Link to the Lost Randomizer Daily Race, the Open Weekly. I think that's still going on. I'm not sure. On the main SpeedGaming channel, we got a Super Metroid interactive race. So, if you don't know, Super Metroid recently got support for crowd control, and if you wanna mess with people, go over there, mess with them. It's fun. And on SpeedGaming 4, we got the Link to the World Randomizer League, Team 4K, and the Titansmiths. The runners are Correct and SAGGG, and yeah, they're gonna give us a good match. And later on in the evening, there are Final Fantasy 1 Spring Randomizer, Kirby Necro, and Leaning Mats. They'll run Randomizer Weekly, and one more Overworld Glitches tournament, but we do not know yet when they are, so we kind of don't know. But for Zelda 1 Randomizer, there is actually one more match later on at 4 p.m. So if you want to go check it out, go ahead and check it out. But yeah, I've been Michael K, was joined by Chico and Itsu Demo for the tracking.